Welcome to another video from EarnPed.com. I am Stevie B here with you again, headed yet again to North Swamp Camp to make a video while we go skill on some Exosaurs for those sweet Blazer fragments. So guys, today I wanted to make a video about something very important, something I've talked with a lot of players about that needs attention in-game. Before we get started with today's video, let me recap something that I just recently announced earlier today. So guys, EarnPed.com has gotten some new features, some new sponsors, so let me recap what we've got going on real quick. So first of all, we will be having a form of a radio station being added to EarnPed.com where you can listen and earn. That is in the works. It's just a matter of me having time to make all the videos with the sound content, get it all uploaded to YouTube, get it put in a playlist. It is coming. I am going to try and start doing that pretty regularly because I want to get it up there for you as fast as I can. Also, all the YouTube videos for EarnPed and for Entropia Universe will be added to the EarnPed website. You will be able to watch them once a day, and after playing through each video, you will earn a small amount of PEC per video watched. So that is also coming. Right now, guys, I am mainly constrained by time. I need about 86 hours a day. I've only got 24 to work with, so bear with me. Good things are happening. Also, we have a new sponsor slash partner slash affiliate, and it is a big name in gaming. If you've been to EarnPed, if you've seen the other video from earlier today, you probably know who I'm talking about. That's right, we're officially GameStop affiliates, guys. So big shout out to the best name in gaming. So that being said, I will be adding areas to EarnPed.com where you will be able to purchase all your gaming merchandise. So as most of you know, Entropia is pretty much the only game I played. I am starting to branch out because people are requesting it. I understand most of the Stevies do not just play Entropia. A lot of people play Xbox and PS4 games. A lot of people play other MMOs. I do have a lot of great content coming from more than just Entropia Universe. I'm trying to get up to speed on a lot of games very quickly because users are requesting it. I understand this is not your one and only game for most of you out there. So I want to be sure we're able to help everybody, not just the Entropia players, but mainly Entropia players, right? So the good news is anything you guys need gaming related, we should be able to provide. It will take a while to get different products and services added to the EarnPed website. I will be making a video every time one is added to kind of highlight the features for you guys, especially with the holiday season coming up, but we're glad that we've got this going. It's something that's unique to us, and we're hoping it helps you guys, and we're hoping it helps us in the process. So that said, let's jump right into today's video while I do some skilling. Today's video is all about depositing. So this is a problem that I've seen crop up over and over. It's something that people PM me about regularly. So let me kind of go back and explain why we have such a problem with depositing. So Mindark is located in Sweden, and a lot of the player base is in Europe, a lot of the player base is in the US. Used to, it was not a problem to just pull out your debit or credit card and purchase pen from the web shop or purchase keys to open boxes. It used to not be a problem to use PayPal to buy pen in the web shop or to open boxes. So about a year ago now, what happened is we had this situation where Mindark is no longer able to accept payments in the form of PayPal or in some credit cards. So for you guys who are not familiar with how merchant accounts and credit cards work on the back end, you're just used to swiping it. Let me explain a little bit for you. Let's do a deep dive here for a second. So whenever you get a credit card or a debit card, you use it, you rack up a bill, you got to pay the bill. We all know that. So on the back end, when you receive credit card payments, you actually have to pay the credit card company every single time you receive a payment. Now, this fee ranges anywhere from a few hundredths of a percent up to 2 to 3% depending on the merchant account that you have. So if you're paying somebody $100 using a credit card, they might only be receiving $96 or $97. So PayPal works the exact same way. Whenever you receive money, you have to pay a fee. Whenever you send money, you do not. So if you buy something off eBay, let's say, and the seller accepts PayPal, then whenever he sells it for $100, not only does he have to pay advertising and eBay fees, he's also got to pay fees just to receive the money. So it's part of what comes with having a merchant account. It's just part of the beast. This is really good if you ever get into trouble with credit card debt, because you can call the credit card company and say, look, yes, I owe you X amount of dollars. How much money did you make just by me swiping the card? Forget the interest that you made charging me to use the credit line. How much money did you make actually every time I swipe that card? Every time you swipe your card, the credit card company is making money, not off you, but off the merchant. So I've seen a couple of people successfully use that to help renegotiate credit card bills in the past. So the problem comes in where there's something called a chargeback. So if you spend money on a credit card or through a system like PayPal, you can actually, for a certain period of time, charge back that money. So the problem is, and again, this is all secondhand information, I don't know this firsthand, but I think I've got a pretty good grasp on the situation. What people were doing is they were buying large amounts of keys to open boxes. And if they got an event ring or some good markup loot, they were happy with it, they kept the purchase as it was, and they just went on about their business. The problem is people were setting up new accounts, they were making large amounts of purchases for keys to open boxes, and if they didn't get an event ring, what they would essentially do is do a chargeback. They didn't really care if the account got locked because they didn't have any other money in that account, and MindDark would have to lock the player account, they would abandon it, they would charge back all the money, and MindDark was essentially the big loser. And this got to be so prevalent that it got to be a problem with the card servicers, and they were like, look, if you have more than so many chargebacks, we're just not going to let you process payments anymore. So this is why we see there being fewer and fewer deposit options in Entropia. It's all thanks to the asshats that wanted to rig the system to try and benefit them at the rest of our expense. So that said, there are still a couple of ways to deposit. Number one, my favorite, if you're making a large deposit, I highly recommend a wire transfer. A wire transfer is literally a bank-to-bank transfer, and whenever it hits, it is literally as good as cash. Like if I wire you $50,000 right now, there's no way for me to wire it back or to cancel the wire after the money's hit, and when you get it, it's literally good as cash. This is why it's a favorite of con artists, because if they can get you to send them the money, there's nothing you can do about it after it's sent, right? If you're sending MindDark a large amount of money, if you're making a very large deposit in the thousands or tens of thousands of dollar range, a wire transfer is really the way to go. The reason being is A, it is secure. It is literally bank to bank. You have to go to your bank to do it, and their bank instantly receives it. It's literally almost instantaneous. When I say almost, there usually is a time of day that banks send their wires. So if you go to send your wire at 9 a.m., the bank might not send their wires out till noon, and the receiving bank might not receive till 3. So there can be a small delay. We see this with real estate closings all the time, but they're usually good as gold, right? Unless there's some kind of a hiccup, you get the routing number wrong or something. Also, MindDark has put special things in place, so if you're going to do a wire transfer, you actually have to have a secret code from MindDark. This makes it even more secure. MindDark will never ask you for your account information. I highly, highly doubt they would ever ask for your account information, because they just need to know who it's coming from and what account it's going to. But get with MindDark. They have instructions online for wire transfers. The thing is, you pay less fees this way. Usually your bank will charge you a $30 to $50 fee to send a wire, and when MindDark receives it, there's a very, very small transaction fee. I deposited 200,000 PED this way, and I think whenever it actually hit my account, I paid the $40 fee to my bank in cash. So I should have received all $20,000, 200,000 PED in my account. Whenever I actually got my deposit, it was 199,992 PED. So they took a very, very, very small fee. It was like 8 PED. So 80 cents on a $20,000 deposit. It was great. Alternatively, if you are able to use a credit card or debit card to purchase from the web shop, that's a great way to do it. You can purchase starter packs. You can purchase keys to open boxes. You can also purchase keys and boxes for the exact same price. The boxes are not tradable because they're classified boxes. Only the event boxes are tradable, and the keys are not tradable either. They're account bound. I prefer to open boxes when I deposit because I actually stand a chance of making money. If I'm buying 50 keys for $50, I might end up with more loot than that. you're going to get a lot of universal ammo, you're going to get a lot of pets and pet name tags, you're going to get a lot of pills, but you're also going to get a chance at some good stuff. I've got some decent rings. I've never got an event ring. Not yet anyway. I've got some good pills I could use. I've got some great limited amps that have great markup. So all in all, for my deposits, I'm TT and markup positive on my deposits. Maybe not TT positive, but I'm definitely markup positive for sure on my deposits. So that's a great way to deposit if you can. Again, if your credit card provider allows it, and if you have a credit card to begin with. So what do we do if we don't have either of those options? What do we do if our only option used to be PayPal and it's no longer an option? What do we do if we don't have a card provider that lets us deposit? What do we do if we don't have a credit card at all? Well, a lot of players are just stuck. And this is where the problem comes in. We've got a lot of players that want to deposit $10, $20, $30, $50, $100, but they can't use PayPal. We've got a lot of players that want to deposit $10, $20, $50, $100, but they can't use a card, or they don't have a card, or the card they have does not work. And what I'm seeing is a lot of these players either just stay free to play or they quit altogether. They get frustrated. And I get it, guys, but there's always a workaround somewhere if you're willing to try, right? So here's the thing. I cannot magically make PayPal be a deposit method for Entropia. I cannot magically make your service provider for your credit card work with Entropia. I can't do that. I did get with MindDark about 9 months ago now, because this has been a problem for a while. And I submitted a support case with an idea, and they never responded. So after a couple of months, I got with MindDark through that same support case, and I said, look, I understand why you're not responding. Just go ahead and shut the case. If I'm wrong, if there's another reason why you're not saying anything on the support case, please tell me. But if it's what I'm thinking it is, just go ahead and shut the support case. So they shut the support case. So that said, I got the lawyers involved. I've spent quite a bit of money. I had my lawyers look over the terms of use for Entropia. I had them look over literally everything you can imagine. They've been going over treaties for the past 3 months, believe it or not. So I've spent quite a bit of money on this to try and make this work. So here's what I can do. And I cannot do it for everybody. I can't even do it every day. But here's what we can do. If you are interested in depositing and you have no other way to do it, you cannot do a wire transfer because you don't have enough money to make it feasible, because you're not doing tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you don't have a credit card, or you don't have a credit card provider that will let you purchase from the web shop, I am going on a limited time basis for a limited number of people going to offer a box opening service. Now, I am only going to do this so far as we can stay within the terms of use and everybody is on the same page and nobody tries to screw me. So here's the thing. If you're wanting to deposit, and I've got to set a minimum here, so let's say a minimum of $50. If that's what you're trying to deposit, send me a private message in game and we can talk about a box opening service. So what is a box opening service? A box opening service is where I open boxes, aka I'm the depositor, and then I give you what is in the boxes. Now, some things I cannot give. I cannot give universal ammo, so that would have to be a one-for-one shrapnel deal. I cannot give account-bound items, so if I open a box and I loot skill pills that are account-bound, I cannot trade those. Therefore, I'm sorry, that's just lost. Also, there's some of those wonderful fees that get in the way. So $50 isn't necessarily going to get you 50 boxes. It might get you something like 47 or 46 boxes. So this is something I want to talk to people about on a one-by-one basis. It is not something I can open up to the masses and just say, yeah, I'll have 10,000 people I'm going to do a box opening service for. I'm going to have to be picky. In addition to that, because there are risks on my side that come with this, and I'm not going to get screwed like I did with the Kinozuki thing, this will not be something I will do for just anybody. If you created your account in Entropia yesterday, awesome. I'm glad you're sharing the game that we love. I'm glad that you're learning and earning. I highly recommend you go to earnped.com, do some of those free offers, get you some pen that I can pay you in-game so that you can actually experience the game on a non-free-to-play level. But you're not going to be qualified for a box opening service. This is only going to be something for trusted friends and society mates, people that have been in game a while, people that I know are not going to screw me, people that I can really truly put some amount of trust into. trust in Entropia is not something that comes lightly, guys. This entire game revolves around a system where people are constantly trying to screw one another. But for those of you who have no other method to get money in-game, you were using PayPal before, now you can't. You don't have a credit card, or you don't have a service provider that will let you get money in-game. You don't have enough money to do a wire transfer and make that economically feasible, and you're just banging your head against the wall. Maybe a box opening service is for you. So there is a way to do it safely. There is a way to do it according to the terms of use without anybody violating anything. And again, this is not open to the masses, but for the right people, I am willing to do a box opening service. And again, it's not something I can do all day, every day. Reason being, I just don't have hundreds of thousands of boxes laying around, nor do I have 19 hours a day to sit around opening boxes for other people. Believe it or not, I do still play Entropia, I do compete, I do actually do stuff in game. But if you are interested in using a box opening service because every other avenue at your disposal just leads to a dead end, holler at me. Shoot me a private message in game, and let's see what we can make happen. We'll negotiate everything in game. I'll be sure everybody's on the same page, and then if everybody's comfortable, we'll run with it. So that said, it's not a perfect solution. I do think Mindark has things in the work that will help in this area. I think it's more of a logistical problem. It's not so much a Mindark problem, it's more of a servicer issue. So I'm thinking long term they will probably find a way to fix this. It's not that they don't care about the small person, they do. It's more of, it's just a problem making it happen in a way that's logistically good for them and good for the players. So guys, if you've had trouble depositing, if this sounds like exactly what you're running up against, do not just beat your head against the wall and quit Entropia. I hate seeing people quit Entropia, especially for a reason like that. You know, people rage quit, people have bad runs, and they don't want to stick with it, but to see somebody quit just because they're banging their head against the wall is not acceptable to me. So this is one of those things I'm doing to try to help benefit the community, and if it works well, I'll do it on a much larger scale. I might find additional ways to open it up, but right now this is the best I have to help the people who are trying to deposit and running into dead ends everywhere they turn. So guys, that is kind of the gist of today's video. If you guys have other deposit methods that I am unaware of, if you guys have had success with something like prepaid cards or something, by all means, send me a private message, send me in-game mail, let me know. One thing I absolutely will not do, as you guys know, is I absolutely will not risk my account for anybody. I love this game too much. It's too big a part of my life. I will not violate the terms of use. I will not violate the terms of use for pay. I just will not do it. You could offer me $1 million and I would not violate the terms of use on this game. I say that $1 million might be a bit of a stretch, but generally speaking, for anything short of a life-changing sum of money, I would never violate the terms of use in Entropia. This game is just too important to me. This is my second home away from home. It's literally where I spend all my free time when I'm not at work. It's where my friends are. It's where my family is. So this is where I will be until the day I die, quite frankly. So guys, I've got a lot of more great content coming. We've got some great things coming at earnped.com that are going to help you have new ways to earn more PED. Again, we've got this new affiliate partnership sponsorship that is going to help you guys out tremendously in your other gaming endeavors. We're going to be able to open up the universe to not just Entropia, but to all kinds of console games. There's going to be consoles, there's going to be new and used games, there's going to be all kinds of merchant collectibles at your disposal. So guys, there's really some great things happening. Right now, I have a massive time constraint. Yes, I have had people offer to volunteer to help. The problem is the stuff that I'm doing, I really can't take volunteers for. So bear with me. I've got a lot of great stuff coming down the pipe, and we've got more great videos coming soon. We've got Halloween Mayhem coming up. It should be starting next week. I expect Halloween Mayhem to start right around Tuesday, October 26th, 2020. That's based on it being near Halloween, and that's when the version update should happen. So again, guys, if you private message me and I'm not around, I'm probably competing. But we've got a lot of great stuff coming down the pipe. So guys, I appreciate all the support from all the Stevies out there. Again, if you're wanting to use my new box opening service, shoot me a private message in game. We'll talk. I cannot help everybody, but I will help as many of the Stevies as I can. Guys, if you want to help support us, hit that bell icon, subscribe to the channel, and that way you guys are notified every time we post a new video. There are many players who are free to play or low deposit players who are staying above water or even making money just based off the tips of these videos. EarnPed.com, best way to support us. When you guys earn, we earn. All kinds of free things you can do to earn Ped. Guys, we had a player last week withdraw 1,100 Ped. That is 110 US dollars from EarnPed.com. All he did was be consistent. That's all he did. That was his entire secret. He'd only used the website for just over 3 months. So guys, if he can do it, you can do it. And with the new stuff we've coming down the pipe for EarnPed, there's no excuse why you cannot make money on EarnPed and sustain your gameplay almost indefinitely at a certain level. So guys, from everybody at EarnPed, I want to give a big thank you to all the people who take the time to subscribe to the channel. Please like every single video we post. I'm telling you guys, there are haters out there. They wait for me to post a video and they hit that dislike button as soon as I do. So it's up to the Stevies to hit that subscribe button. It's up to the Stevies to hit that like button. Guys, for EarnPed.com, I've been Stevie B. This has been all about the deposit cluster that we've had over the past year and kind of my solution through a box opening service. Again, if you're interested in PNB game, I will leave it there for today, and we have a ton more content coming for you guys very soon. Smack, sip, F the haters, and we will see you guys very soon. I hope you all have great loot and enjoy Halloween Mayhem. Take care, Stevies.